That's how the unlearned is interpreted by
I mean, that's how it is now.
Well, I mean, I got to tell you, I find this from the perspective of someone who's a non-believer, a doubter, a skeptic, an atheist. I find this.
You believe in science?
I wouldn't say I believe in science. I would say I accept science if it's established and verifiable.
Well, the word science just means knowledge.
Yeah.
So I'm a scientist.
You're a scientist.
That's one of them too.
I'm engaged in knowledge.
Alligator bait.
Okay, but how do you verify that your knowledge isn't just coming from within your own head? It's actually verifiable and it's able to be proven with evidence. How do you do that?
How do you do a lot of things? How do you program computers?
Well, there are physical laws of the universe. If you understand them, you can, use materials and manipulate things. You can do shit. I don't know how else to answer that question.
I got a scripture for you.
This is how I decide if you
Well, but I mean, I'm just saying that from the perspective of someone who's a non-believer, this is, and I mean this with as much respect as I can muster. But there's really no other way to say it. This is a special kind of crazy. But I really appreciate that you guys are out here doing what you love. That's great. I think it's.
We're the same. You know that?
Yeah.
You know what? We got actual family, brothers, sisters, and shit like that.
That's good. I mean.
Mom and dad, but you want to know something? The truth is, this is our only family.
Yeah. Hey, if you're passionate about something, I'm go ahead and do it.
My family than my own brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Literally, my family. This is my family.
I agree. Okay, that's great.
And we have to conduct ourselves a certain way. We deal with each other a certain way.
I'm a regular Christian.
You know, we're a family.
I love seeing you out here. That's what I like. I love seeing you out here because if nothing else, I find it entertaining.
Let me ask you a question.
So,
here you go.
by all means, go
Let me
ahead.
ask you a question.
Here you go.
When you see a so-called UFO come out of the sky and burn you to pieces, what you gonna
that's
do?
strike three. See you
A
guys.
UFO
Strike three,
will
man.
burn me to pieces? I guess I would be dead and I wouldn't know the difference.
Exactly, you'd be dead. That's what I'm saying.
So, but how do you know? I mean, I just came from an astronomy class, and there's this thing called the Drake equation. Yes, there are potentially alien life out there, but it's very unlikely that any is nearby, just by statistics. So I'm just kind of like, the distances to travel here are just so crazy that it's not really feasible without some really, really advanced technology.
You'd have to have a celestial body to travel.
That's one idea. Okay.
There's so much radiation.
Angels.
There's so much radiation, gamma radiation.
Yeah.
Out there that you can't go out there.
The scripture tells you that
yeah,
so far.
it would destroy life as we know it.
Now, don't you know the Bible speaks of two different types of bodies? Celestial bodies and terrestrial bodies. See, we have terrestrial bodies.
Okay.
Like the word human, you know what the word human means? It means from the earth. It means the same thing as Adam. It means from the ground, from the earth.
Okay.
Humus is dirt.
All right.
Here's you go. 1 Corinthians 15 and 39.
You already got it.
All flesh is not the same flesh.
All flesh is not the same flesh. Even on the earth, we have different flesh.
So that's saying that that's someone back in the day noticing the difference from one animal to another.
Yeah,
it's the beginning of speciation. It's kind of.
Well, it goes deeper than that.
It goes deeper. Okay, it
all
goes deeper.
All flesh is not the same flesh.
Like even a tiger has different flesh than a human. They have super strength. Birds can fly. I mean, all flesh is the same.
Basic biology.
Yeah. Well, birds and flying, that's kind of amazing, ain't it? Go ahead.
But there is one kind of flesh of men.
One flesh of men.
Another flesh of beasts.
Another flesh of beasts.
Another of fishes.
Okay.
And another of birds.
All right.
There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial.
Celestial bodies. That's going back to the angels. So there's only way you can travel at those speeds, going through galaxy to galaxy or whatever. You can't even imagine how a person needs to do that.
Mm-hmm. And terrestrial goes back. Terror, the word.
As far as we know, nothing so far can travel faster than light because.
Well, the angels do.
Actually,
you ever heard of a solar prominence? That's what they call it, a solar prominence. When a star, they so-called say a star explodes.
Yeah.
They say when it explodes, that particles coming out faster than the speed of light.
Oh yeah, like Silver Surfer.
Because how fast is the speed of
Silver
light?
Surfer.
How fast is the speed of light?
How fast is the speed of light?
Right.
It's 186,000 miles
No,
per
it's
second.
actually like 250,000 miles per second.
I heard somebody say the light had no.
186,000 miles per
Well,
second.
I've heard some scientists say light has no speed. It's perfectly still.
Well,
You never know, man. I
They
mean,
say crazy
well,
shit like
yeah,
that. Though.
basically,
crazy.
I think what you might be
Right.
referring to is that the photons that basically are light do not experience any change in time. As they're going the speed of light, they do not experience time whatsoever.
So does the sun go around the Earth, or does the Earth go around the sun?
The Earth goes around the sun. That has nothing to do with it.
Oh, I'm just saying. That's just another.
Well, how is
Yeah.
that true when the Earth was the first thing created?
The Earth wasn't the first thing created. The Earth is only about 4.5, well, approximately 4.5 billion years old.
Now, where did
The
they get that?
universe is 14.
How can you put a number on that?
Yeah, there's no way, man.
It's radiometric dating.
Man.
You don't
nuts.
think radiometric dating is a thing. You don't.
Man, that's crazy.
Come on,
That's
bro.
crazy. Wow, okay.
So you actually think
it's 100% accurate, huh?
You think dinosaurs lived millions of years ago, right?
Yes. There are quite literally,
Even-
literally, mountains of evidence to
Even though
support
we
that.
have all kinds
Millions of years?
So
Yes,
did,
absolutely.
did dinosaurs live at the same time as humans?
No. There's a big gap.
Then why do
big
we have all
separation.
kinds of stories and tales talking about people slaying dragons?
They're probably not referring to dinosaurs as we know it. They're
Well,
referring
you
to
got
other
dinosaurs.
animals.
Yeah.
39?
The dinosaurs are in the Bible. Don't you know that?
Yeah. They could. There's two explanations for that.
No,
They could either be referring to other animals that are not actually dinosaurs,
still
or they could be the person who wrote the passage could be referring to bones that they found, and they're establishing that this is a creature. They're calling it a dragon.
Yeah, right. Dude, there's still dinosaurs on the Earth to this very day.
Nothing is extinct.
It is a. They
Yeah, they're actually
Nothing is
the
extinct.
descendant of the Tyrannosaurus Rex would now be commonly known as a turkey. I'm
Oh, man.
dead serious.
Come
Dead
on,
serious.
bro.
Dead serious.
That's crazy. I mean, you sound.
Basically,
that is the
every
craziest
Thanksgiving
thing.
we eat turkey for dinner.
Come on. You,
we
T-Rex
eat
to a
dinosaur,
turkey.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Are you just joking?
No, I'm serious.
You're serious.
I'm serious.
Come
You
on,
can't be
bro.
playing. You can't be serious.
Wow,
You don't-
man. Are
I
you
think
on?
so.
Are you
You
on
gotta
acid?
follow
Look it up. Look it up, dude.
That's
Look
right.
it up.
Look it up. Come on.
Tyrannosaurus
Hey,
Rex.
you
recording
told
this,
me to look a
Paul.
bunch of
So
stuff up. You look it up.
What's the brontosaurus?
We already know that.
Oh, I don't know.
We already
I'm not,
know that ain't
I'm-
true.
that's just one thing that. And here's the
So
thing.
the
I'm not
Tyrannosaurus
saying it's
Rex
100%
That's
proven.
wild, bro.
Turkey?
Hang on. I'm not saying it's 100% proven. I'm saying that.
Of course it's not.
I'm saying that there's a high probability.
Have you ever seen a T-Rex before?
Yes.
Ever in your life?
You don't think over that long a time span that
From a
there could
T-Rex
have
to
been
a turkey?
there could have been genetic changes
That
on
even
some
make no
level?
sense.
Does that mean we came from monkeys too? We evolved from monkeys?
No, that's a misunderstanding of how evolution works. We didn't come from monkeys.
Okay.
Humans today and
From a different type
the
of monkey.
different variations of the ape family actually have a common ancestor. So there's a split a long time ago.
Oh, man.
And a long time ago, you might not have been able to recognize this animal, and they would have looked similar. But eventually, over time, it
So
gets
where
to be
did-
different.
So where did language come from?
Where did language come from?
Yeah.
That's an anthropology question. That's something more.
How come humans are the only? If everything evolves, how come we're the only species that can talk?
That's not true.
Oh, yeah.
There are other species who have methods of communication.
Well, you get parrots, and they just mimicking us.
That's well, you're talking about speech. You're not talking about communication.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so if you're talking about actually spoken language,
alphabets.
if you're talking about spoken language, it's because we got an increased brain
language,
size.
alphabets.
We developed the capacity to do that.
Okay, let me read this real quick. This is 1 Timothy 6:20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings in oppositions of science, falsely so-called.
Yeah, that's false science. Yeah, saying a T-Rex turned into a turkey. Come on, bro. Really think about that for a second. Come on, think about
Check
that.
this out. Which way?
Come
Check this
on.
out. With some professing
You gotta
have.
laugh.
Here's the
that,
thing.
man.
Here's the thing. That's assuming that all the T-Rex didn't die out
What's
in
that
an
old saying?
asteroid
What's that old
impact.
saying? When you assume,
Make an ass out of you and
yeah, you make an ass out of you and me.
And people that still thinks the Earth is around 6,000 years old, that's
No, it's
not
like,
the same
actually
thing.
Like 15,000 years old.
15,000. That's still.
15,000.
You know how big of an error that is? That's like saying the width of North America is like 12 yards. That's how much of an error we're talking about.
No.
He said error.
You just choose to accept the.
Man, you said
it.
You said a T-Rex turned into a turkey.
Right.
Over millions of years, it's possible.
You can't.
Over
no,
millions
it's not.
of years.
There's
That's not. It's not. Come on,
what has been established
A dominant,
in the
Come on, bro.
a dominant
listen.
meat eater.
Reality. We're here on Earth.
in the
And all this so-called.
There was nothing that ate the T-Rex. So what supports his?
And the T-Rex is eating nothing but protein, nothing but meat. That means if that evolution was true and he ate nothing but protein, he just gets stronger and stronger.
Stronger and stronger.
Maybe his little bitty arms would have started growing bigger, and he has some big arms.
you do understand the concept of evolution requires multiple generations for a change to actually
Exactly.
happen. It's not just a single.
Evolution is Satanism, man.
Evolution is Satanism.
That's devil worship.
It's
Okay.
Right.
You have.
All science is just to do away with the Most High.
Today's science.
I mean,
right.
but they had professors at these universities. In secret, they worship the ancient Babylonian god Marduk, bro. Come on.
Okay.
They're actually into some.
Never
some
heard
deep-
anything to support that, but that's the first I've heard of it.
We're not gonna hear
This is the
about it.
first,
They worship
the first
the
I've heard
ancient
of it.
Babylonian deities.
They
and
do.
To the Egyptian.